Yeah, hello everyone. So far we have created simple RESTful web services, right? And we have performed database operations with MySQL as well as H2 console, and we learned JPA and also association mappings, right? So now onwards we are going to work with Spring Boot web application. So earlier in RESTful web services, we are sending data from REST client, right? Whether REST client or Postman. So now instead of that, now we are going to create a web application in Spring Boot, and we are going to send the data from JSPs, front-end technologies like JSPs we are using. So before learning Spring Boot web application, I just want you to I just want you to understand basic HTML and how we can create fields and how we can submit the form. So after that, we'll start creating Spring Boot web application. Okay. So now in this lecture, we just learn some basic HTML, how we can create the form and how we can submit the form. So let me create sample HTML. So it will start with HTML tag and then it will end with HTML tag. So let me create a simple table. Okay. So now table will have table row, right? So let me close that table. So inside that, let me create two TDs table data. So now here I want to give first label is first name, and uh, let me create input field, input type is equal to text, and name will be first name, and width I will give width 200 for the text field. So now first name text field is done. So let me create a few more rows, 2, 3 and 4. So last name and field name will be last name, and then email and field name will be email. Another field called mobile number. Field name should be mobile number. Let me create one more row to submit the button, right? Submit button. So one TD is not needed. Here I will create button and type will be submit and name submit button. Okay, and now let me give button name as submit. So let me save this HTML desktop and sample.html. Save. Now we can test this HTML file. If you see it here, these are also okay. Wait, two are okay. So now if you see it here, first name text field we have created, last name and email and mobile number. So if you submit, so we should have to submit the request to the server. So how we can submit request to the server? So we have to provide the URL, right? So how we can provide the URL? So we have to declare within the form tag. So there is a tag called form. So form tag should ends here, and inside the so entire you can see entire this table should be inside the form tag. To if you want to submit the form to the server, so entire fields, what are all the fields we have created in HTML, so this should be inside the within the form tag. So I just created form tag, start tag, and end tag is here. So that's it. So now let me give some form tag name. Form name will be let's say user form example I'm giving, and then action, something action should be performed, just create user. That's it. So now let me refresh again. So you can see submit. So action is happening. So the moment I try to click the button, it is trying to find the link create user. So as of now this is static HTML, so we don't have server. So now you can see there is a some action is going on. So go back. So if you want to perform some validations, so we can do so before without entering first name and last name, form should not be submitted. So now what is happening? Without entering the data, form is submitting, right? So click on submit, it is going to create user URL, right? So now I want to validate these fields. So without entering the data, form should not submit. So what we have to do? Just you have to give a property each and every input type. You have to add required. Required should equal true. That's it. What does it mean? So the moment you add required true, so form will not submit until unless if you fill the particular field. So I just saved the file. Go to the browser again, refresh your browser. Now just try to submit the form. See, it is asking please fill in the field. So let me enter test or Rasul, and again I am trying to submit. So it is asking last name Sheikh. Next submit, it is asking email ID. So test it or I will give proper email java j2ee dot rasul at gmail.com. Next submit. Next it is asking mobile number. Let me enter mobile number, something, some dummy data. So now click on submit. So once we enter the details, then only form should submit. So if I submit, now request should go. So if I don't fill the data, we'll see what will happen. So form will not submit, so there is a validation is going on. So same thing we are going to work with JSP. So this HTML, if you save it as a .jsp extension, then this file will become as a Java server page. So this Java server page we will use in Spring Boot web application. Okay guys. And also if you want to uh, display without if you want to display some generic message, please enter a first name. So what we can do, we can give placeholder. So there is a attribute called placeholder for input type, right? So let me write placeholder. So I will give placeholder as a please enter first name. Now we'll see what will happen. Let's refresh the page. See, you can see there is a placeholder is showing please enter first name. So if you enter, it will go. So similarly we can add placeholder for rest other input type fields, right? So here I will add, and here also I will add, and mobile number. So here you can mention please enter last name, please enter email, and please enter mobile number. So now let me refresh the page. So you can see, so let me give some more width. So instead of 200 I will give 250, so that the text all the text you can see properly. Now you can see, please enter first name, please enter last name, please enter mobile number. Still we are not able to see full mobile number, right? So let's give 300 for mobile number. So now you can see, please enter first name, please enter last name, please enter email, please enter mobile number. So 300, let me give 350, so that you can see complete mobile number. Let's give 400, man. For all I want to give 400 width, or give some px pixels. So generally width we have to give it as a pixel actually. Okay, pixel px. I think hopefully it will give big text fields. See now, 400 pixel also not sufficient. Let me try. So what you can do, instead of go and change there, you can we can open a developer console. What you can do, function F12. The moment you open, there is a developer console will open here. So now here there is a button, just go and click your input field, and then you can change width of the text field. Now how we can change the width of the text field? Now you can see here, select this text field. So I can see here text field data where it is 400, it's not showing here. So now let me change let me change it here. So select that particular field, cursor, and here with instead of 400 I will give 500 pixel. We'll see what will happen. So this mobile number still we are not able to see, right? So what we can do, I think instead of width giving here, what I will do is this should be inside the style tag, right? Style attribute. So here we can give the width. So let me give width uh, 200 pixel. So let me give in all the places. So width and all you should give inside the style. So by mistake I have added directly width. So that's the reason changes are not reflecting. So now let's save the file and execute it. See now width is increased. So like this, so we can create the forms. So we will enhance this HTMLs while creating web application. Okay, so if you practice simple HTML files to create by yourself, so it will be good enough to learn Spring Boot web application. And styling and all, you no need to bother about it. If you learn, it is well and good. So each and every company, if you join, there is a web designer will be there. So he will take care of all the front end pages, everything. All are, whenever you are going to work on, might be most of the people have to work on existing projects only. So designing part, you no need to bother about it. So you just need to concentrate on how we can create some sample HTMLs and sample JSP pages, and how we can make use in Spring Boot web application. Okay guys, in next lecture we'll start creating Spring Boot web application. Who are all watching newly, you can subscribe my channel. Go to youtube.com/@ Rasul-Sheikh playlist. That's it. So you can subscribe my channel and you can watch all the videos. There is a subsequent of videos are there. You can learn Spring Boot from scratch. Thank you, guys.